Potholes are the bane of South African motorists' lives. Recent rains have exacerbated the problem with sinkholes forming in some parts. Apps like Waze alert you beforehand about potholes and traffic. But what if we could get on top of the pothole problem before it grows worse or big? Digital twin technology might be the solution. Joining me now for more is Sheilla de Carvalho, the director of Royal HaskoningDHV SA. Good afternoon, Sheilla, and thank you very much for your time. What kind of technology would exist today to help us prevent or fix or deal with potholes?
Good afternoon, Dan. It's good to be here talking to you and to your viewers. You asked me what kind of technology there is available to assist with the challenge of potholes. Well, we have a lot of both software and hardware technology. We have a lot of tooling to help us with that. But the first steps we need to think of is how do we deal with our aging infrastructure? Potholes are simply symptomatic of aging infrastructure. They highlight a broader problem with road infrastructure, but infrastructure in general, which is that we do not spend enough time, effort, and resources in maintaining our infrastructure to the detriment of course, the use of that and the benefits of that infrastructure. So digital twins present a fantastic opportunity to give us a good insight on the state of our infrastructure before infrastructure is deteriorating.
What is digital twin? What's this digital twin model? Could you just break it down for us?
Well, a digital twin is really a virtual representation of the physical environment or the physical infrastructure. So in the case of potholes in a road network, the digital twin would be the virtual or the digital format or version of the actual road that can then interact with that road. So it's the picture, but the picture that talks to the real environment, basically.
So, so you could use this in a country like South Africa? The way you're talking about it, I'm thinking, maybe it could work very well in a first world country, so to speak.
Well, in fact, it is used in the first world countries, but it is also used to a lesser extent within our context and in South Africa. So yes, we are using it, not sufficiently, and we definitely can use it. So at the moment, what we have and are working on consistently is getting that information, that data of the real environment into the virtual form. But what we need to do is also get that virtual picture interacting with the real environment. So that's where things like road cameras and sensors and installing those in our road networks and infrastructure can play a role to have a real digital twin.
So in real time, so to speak, a municipality, local authorities, or the Department of Roads, let's call it what, Johannesburg, let's stay in Johannesburg for a while, JRA, Johannesburg Roads Agency, if they had this, they'll be able in real time foresee or see where there could be a problem in terms of the road, of the condition of particular road.
Absolutely. So in the first instance, we need to have a clear picture, as I said, of the infrastructure we have. And we currently lack that not only in the road infrastructure, but in general. So we get that picture clear, and then we prioritize in making that live information. So cameras, as I said, but not only cameras in the road, citizen cameras. So that also brings a wealth of data from the public that can be used to get a better picture of our issues before we have potholes. So where roads have significant traffic and we know there's an added need for maintenance, or where we already see the signs of distress in that infrastructure, we can prioritize resources, effort, investment, maintenance to avoid potholes developing and hence impacting the real benefits to society, which is connectivity, economic growth, etc. Prevent those issues before they really cause us problems. As you said, now we have issues with flooding, exacerbating that. We can also understand where flooding will happen that will have an impact on the state of the infrastructure and hence take preventative measures to reduce the flooding, to prevent potholes, if we have this real life information, this model, this digital twin.
But the first step then would be to get the real life picture clearly captured accurately capture so you know exactly, you got the full picture, and then you need that geographic information, position, or your GPS type of stuff, if I may. I don't know if that's the correct terminology, Sheila. And then once you've captured all of that, then you make it live, and then it has to be monitored regularly, and then it will show as conditions change or worsen for a particular road, and then you can jump in well in advance before that sinkhole happens.
Absolutely. I think you've summarized the digital twin and the benefit that it can have. So it's exactly that. And of course, you spoke about having human intervention. That can be in combination with the actual tooling or the digital twin providing assistance in intervention, particularly in remote areas where it's difficult to access, but the need for intervention is equally needed or should be equally prioritized. It can be where human intervention, we have limited resources or capacity to reach. So the digital twin goes from getting us the real picture, helping us to predict issues, to actually helping us better operate, maintain, and also make smart, real, transparent decisions in live time.
Wonderful technology to hear about. Hopefully somebody's listening. That's Sheilla de Carvalho, the director at Royal HaskoningDHV South Africa.